This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English. We're welcoming you to Daily Flash. We have just so happy to have you here. One thing I know about Jackson is that you're more of a dog mom, and you have these beautiful, beautiful dogs, and always have. Weimaraner, right?
Weimaraner.
I can never say it
Weimaraner
right.
and
But
a
just
German
gorgeous
short
dogs.
hair pointer. Yeah.
And so they're just lovable pets. I have never been a pet person. I am now a cat person by
default.
by marriage. Yeah. And Matt, there's no doubt if you follow him because
Instagram is just my cat.
His cat has an Instagram, which shows what he does in his part-time, his spare time. But anyway, you're going to like this story, Maddie. In Mexico City, they have made a declaration that 19 feral cats that have been hanging around the basically the National Palace now will have food and full care forever. The cats can mate, and their children and their kittens will be able to do that. They say that these cats are going to now be a symbol of the National Palace, and they're called living fixed assets is how they got the government to pay for it, which generally kind of is like things, like buildings or office things. These are assets and that sort of thing.
Yep.
But what is interesting about this is the fact that Mexico City in that area is really kind of attached to the Aztec culture, and they actually honored those hairless dogs and for centuries and centuries and centuries.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, even their masters back in the day would be buried even if the dog was still alive with the dog.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah. So it's a big deal for them to go from following these hairless dogs to actually now saying the cats are now a national
the
treasure.
palace.
Running the palace. And it's similar. You've been to Key West,
I
right?
was just going to
Really?
say the
Yeah.
Ernest Hemingway house. Yeah.
Yes, and
it's
they're
so
there.
cool.
And
those are the cats that have the
I was just
extra
going to say
thumb.
the same thing too. Yeah,
Sorry.
they have an extra thumb.
Yeah.
Right. And if you ever go down there, stay away from them. Just if they come up to you, because the tour guides will get mad.
The chickens are the jerks in Key West.
Well, yeah, they do. They have a bit of
chickens,
an attitude. The
they
chickens.
got a problem.
I'm going to have jerk chicken for lunch.
Oh,
Actually.
come on now.
Let's see what you did there.
I see what I did.
It was nice.
All right, let's jump into some trending news. How
Let's
about
do
that?
it. A beach driver in Kuwait mistook the shore for a speedway. The guy behind the wheel managed to flip an SUV on a public beach. Now, the rollover sent the driver flying out the window and into the ocean. Check out this video. It shows the cruiser coming toward the camera down the beach before swerving a few times. Nearly missed another beachgoer. The driver loses control, and the SUV rolls onto its roof, rolls over several more times. Yeah, and then he walks away from this thing gingerly, but he walks away. Unclear if the person recording the video was doing it for the driver on purpose or if they just happened to be a bystander pointing the camera in the right direction at the right time.
Why you do that? You don't need to be on the beach doing that sort of thing.
But you guys brought up a really good point in that you weren't sure this was actually real.
Yeah, you almost don't, when you see it, you're like, do I want to send this? Because I don't know if this is real or
Yeah.
not.
There's
I
that
felt
one guy
way.
that does those like YouTube, Instagram videos. He's done like professional commercials now where you see him like go through different scenarios and he just like, that's what that looked like to me. Is like, there's some frames off, but we went by it like bit by bit.
It looks, to me it looks real.
Even that short of water though, you think he would have broken something and like hit the ground. Like, that doesn't look real.
And the way he landed, sort of like bottom side up, the best way he could land possible, he did that. I mean, there is a new business that's kind of burgeoning as far as AI goes, and that is companies are now investing in technology to verify whether something is AI or not.
I think, and to where now you'll have to really use that as a source for anything, maybe even all the way from down to the news to maybe something you might get in the mail or an offer or that sort of thing.
You think he had the Dukes of Hazzard thing blasting while he was doing that? What kind of song do you have going when you're doing that?
Yeah, what do you play with that?
That's like AC/DC or something, I think.
Something with water would be involved in it.
He must have been rocking out to something.
The best thing about that video is that it tells you the importance of seatbelts.
Yes.
Number one. I mean, they've spent all this money to make cars safer. And all I ask you to do is just drive safe and wear a seatbelt. And this guy didn't need either one of them.
Well, you've worked in local news, as have I, and sometimes you go to these car accidents and they're very concerning, and sometimes they don't end up so well. But what happens is if you cover one of them and somebody flies out the window, they usually lose their shoes.
Yeah, it's true. You're 100% right.
From the impact of the force.
Which tells you how strong that is as well. All right, we're going to have some great stuff right around the corner if you stick around watching Daily Flash.